Hello everyone, welcome to my presentation for the MSGC conference today, which is on the synthesis and characterization of zirconium dioxide nanomaterials to catalyze oxygen reduction in hydrogen fuel cells. To start with an abstract for this research, fuel cells are an important technology for transitioning our transportation systems to clean energy, but right now fuel cells require platinum as a catalyst material, which is too expensive for them to be commercially viable. So we're exploring if zirconium dioxide can be a suitable replacement. This past summer was the synthesis phase of our research, where we tried different synthesis methods for zirconium dioxide nanoparticles to see which ones produce the best results. And this fall semester is our characterization phase, where we fully characterize our chosen sample and run electrochemical experiments to see if it is a suitable electrocatalyst. Now, to introduce this topic in a bit more depth, shown in the introduction section here is a diagram of a hydrogen fuel cell, and of particular note is the cathode of this cell, where oxygen is reduced to form water vapor. That oxygen reduction is the rate-limiting step in a fuel cell, and it requires platinum as a catalyst material to proceed. But like I said, platinum is too expensive to be commercially viable, and it will also degrade too quickly. However, previous research has shown that thin films of zirconium dioxide can accomplish this oxygen reduction, and zirconium dioxide is also known to be very chemically stable and also less expensive than platinum. So this research project, we are going to synthesize zirconium dioxide nanomaterials to see if that changes their electrochemical properties at all, and to see if they can actually be used in a fuel cell. Our methods for the past summer were as follows. We synthesized 7 different variations of nanoparticles of zirconium dioxide, 3 using a solvothermal method in an organic solvent shown in the top flowchart, and 4 using a coprecipitation method in an aqueous solution shown in the bottom flowchart. For each sample, we took SEM images, which showed us the shape of the nanoparticles and told us roughly whether or not the reaction proceeded the way we wanted it to. We also used BET and DLS to measure the surface area and diameter of these nanoparticles, respectively, because surface area and diameter are very important properties for any catalyst material. The goal during the summer of 2021 was just to see which of these synthesis methods produced the best results so that we could focus on that synthesis method going forward in our characterization phase. Now, shown here in these 2 tables are the results that we got for our 7 synthesis methods, with the 3 solvothermal on the left and the 4 coprecipitation on the right. For each, there's an SEM, a BET, and a DLS column, as you can see. 2 important discussion points about these results are, first of all, that the coprecipitation results on the right are generally more desirable than the solvothermal results. All 4 of the coprecipitation samples have higher surface areas than those of the solvothermal samples, and they generally have smaller diameters as measured by DLS. Another interesting thing to point out, specifically with coprecipitation samples, is that as their measured diameter increases, the surface area also increases, which is contrary to what is typically expected with nanoparticles, which is that as diameter increases, surface area decreases. So this is something that we'd like to look more into going forward. Conclusions for the synthesis phase of our research this past summer are that the 2 most reliable synthesis methods that produce the best results for us are coprecipitation using PAA, or polyacrylic acid, in the top row, and coprecipitation with no surface coating shown in the bottom, because these have 2 of the highest surface areas, which is one of the most important properties for catalyst materials. And now, like I said, we're in our characterization phase, where we're fully characterizing these materials specifically for their electrochemical activity towards oxygen reduction, because that will be a very important criteria for determining if these are suitable catalyst materials. Now, that concludes this presentation. I'd like to thank the Herbert H. and Grace A. Dow Scholars Foundation and the Michigan Space Grant Consortium for funding this research. Thank you.